It began like any other day, with the sun casting its first gentle rays over the city. But the peace of that morning was shattered in an instant. A young boy named Aditya Singh, armed only with the small camera on his mobile phone, looked up. He saw something that no child should ever have to witness. Against the pale blue canvas of the morning sky, a series of dark streaks appeared, moving with horrifying speed and purpose. These were not birds. They were missiles, 10 of them, arcing gracefully but menacingly towards the heart of his home. His phone, held in a steady hand, started recording. It was an act of instinct, a need to capture the unbelievable sight unfolding above. The video he captured is haunting. You can hear the initial confusion in the voices of people on the street below. A murmur of questions quickly turns into a crescendo of alarm. What is that? Are those planes? The sound is raw and unfiltered, a real-time record of innocence turning to terror. Aditya's lens remains fixed on the sky, tracking the deadly projectiles as they carve their path through the air. The scene is surreal, almost cinematic, yet it is devastatingly real. His footage does not have the polish of a news report. It has the trembling, immediate quality of life being upended without warning. It is a testament to a moment when the world changed for an entire city. The initial shock soon gave way to a primal, gut-wrenching fear. On the recording, you can hear a woman scream, a man shouting for everyone to take cover. The distant whistle of the missiles grows louder, a sound that promises destruction. Aditya kept filming. Perhaps he was frozen by the sheer magnitude of what he was seeing. Or perhaps it was a flicker of youthful bravery, a desire to document this profound injustice. His phone became an extension of his eyes, a way to bear witness to the moment his world was torn apart. The footage is a stark reminder that modern warfare is not a distant, abstract concept. It is something that happens to real people, in real time, on an ordinary morning. We often see conflict through the sanitized lens of official reports and military briefings. But Aditya's video bypasses all of that. It takes us directly to the street corner where he stood, making us feel the chill of the morning air and the rising panic of his neighbors. It is a profoundly human document, capturing the precise moment when the abstract threat of war becomes a terrifying reality. Before the explosions, before the chaos, there was this brief, awful period of anticipation. And a young boy, with his phone pointed to the sky, captured it all for the world to see, preserving the final seconds of peace before the storm of fire and steel rained down upon his city. The moment of impact is a blur of violence and noise. Aditya's camera shakes violently as the first missile strikes. The sky, once a backdrop for the deadly spectacle, is suddenly filled with plumes of thick black smoke. The sound is deafening, a series of earth-shattering explosions that reverberate through the streets, followed by the terrifying tinkle of shattering glass raining down from buildings. The video captures the immediate aftermath, people screaming, running in every direction, their faces etched with pure terror and disbelief. The orderly rhythm of city life dissolves into a desperate scramble for survival. Cars swerve and crash as drivers abandon their vehicles to seek shelter. The footage then pans downwards, away from the smoke-filled sky to the chaos unfolding on the ground. We see people stumbling over debris, helping fallen strangers, and calling out anxiously for their loved ones. A mother clutches her small child, her body shielding the little one as she sprints for cover. An elderly man is helped along by two younger people, his face a mask of confusion and fear. These are not soldiers. They are ordinary citizens, shopkeepers, students, parents, caught in a nightmare they could never have imagined. Aditya's lens captures the raw, unscripted drama of human beings confronting unimaginable horror, their lives irrevocably altered in a matter of seconds. The city transformed into a war zone. Fireballs erupted from buildings that were, just moments before, homes and offices. The air grew thick with dust and the acrid smell of explosives, making it difficult to see and breathe. Sirens began to wail, adding to the symphony of destruction. Yet, amidst the pandemonium, Aditya kept his camera rolling. He documented the desperation on the faces of families trying to navigate the wreckage, their expressions a mixture of shock and profound grief. His video is not just about the missile strikes, it is about the human response to them. It shows the collapse of a community's sense of safety and the frantic instinctual drive to protect oneself and others. Through his eyes, we witness the terrifying intimacy of the attack. We are not watching from a safe distance, we are on the ground, in the thick of it. The shaking camera, the muffled screams, the percussive blasts, it all combines to create an immersive and deeply unsettling experience. This is the reality of war that is so often missing from news reports. It is the chaos, the confusion, and the overwhelming sense of vulnerability. Aditya's footage serves as a powerful counter-narrative to the detached language of military strategy, showing us the brutal, tangible consequences of decisions made in rooms far away from the carnage he was documenting. The most heartbreaking part of Aditya Singh's story is how it ends. He was not just a witness to the tragedy, he became one of its victims. Shortly after capturing the devastating impact of the missile strikes, while still documenting the unfolding chaos, another blast ripped through the area where he stood. The footage cuts out abruptly, the screen going black. That final, jarring frame is a silent testament to a life cut short. Aditya was killed in the very attack he was so bravely documenting. His phone, which fell from his hand, was later recovered from the rubble, preserving the final moments of his life and the horror he faced with such incredible fortitude. His video is no longer just a piece of citizen journalism. It has become a powerful symbol of the human cost of conflict. When we watch it, we are not just seeing the destruction of a city. We are witnessing the final act of a courageous young boy who refused to look away. His story has traveled across the globe, a haunting reminder that behind the geopolitical news and military statistics are individual lives filled with dreams and potential. Aditya has become the face of the countless innocent victims of war, his name now synonymous with the ultimate sacrifice made by civilians caught in the crossfire. The footage he captured provides an unvarnished truth that official channels often fail to convey. It is raw, immediate, and utterly devastating. Unlike carefully edited news packages, citizen videos like Aditya's offer an unfiltered glimpse into the reality of war. They show us the fear, the bravery, and the immense suffering of ordinary people. These videos are a powerful form of resistance, a way for those on the ground to reclaim the narrative and ensure that their experiences are not forgotten or sanitized. Aditya's courageous act of filming was an assertion of his humanity in the face of an inhuman act of violence. His legacy now lives on through the very images he recorded. That short, shaky video has become an essential historical document, a piece of evidence showing the world the true face of this conflict. It forces us to confront uncomfortable truths and to remember that every casualty is a person, not a number. Aditya Singh's story is a tragic tale, but it is also one of immense courage. In his final moments, he gave the world a gift, a window into the truth. His video stands as a permanent indictment of the violence that took his life, and as a tribute to the unyielding spirit of those who dare to bear witness. Every day we are inundated with headlines about conflict, political tensions, and military operations. These stories are often told in broad strokes, focusing on strategy, diplomacy, and statistics. It is easy to become desensitized to the numbers, to forget that behind every report of an airstrike or a territorial dispute, there are real people whose lives are being shattered. Aditya Singh's story pierces through that detachment. It forces us to look beyond the headlines and connect with the profound human tragedy at the heart of every war. His video is a visceral reminder that conflicts are not fought by armies alone. They are endured by families, children, and entire communities. These citizen videos, captured on mobile phones in moments of extreme peril, have become one of the most important tools for understanding modern conflict. They reveal not only the immense tragedy, but also the incredible bravery of ordinary people. When individuals like Aditya choose to press record in the face of danger, they are performing an act of defiance. They are refusing to let their suffering be invisible. They are documenting evidence, preserving memories, and sending a message to the world that cannot be ignored. Their footage provides a voice for the voiceless and ensures that the human dimension of war remains at the forefront of the conversation. When we hear about Aditya's fate, we must also think of his family. We must think of the empty chair at their dinner table, the unrealized dreams of a young boy, and the gaping hole left in their lives. This is the true cost of war. Not just the destroyed buildings and military losses, but the stolen futures and the generations of grief that follow. Every victim has a name, a story, and a family that loved them. Remembering this is our collective responsibility. We must honor their memories by striving for a world where no other child has to film missiles streaking across the morning sky, and no other family has to endure such an unbearable loss. Let us never forget Aditya Singh. Let us honor the countless other victims whose stories we will never know, and let us recognize the resilience of those who, even in their darkest hour, risked their lives to document the truth. Their courage is a light in the darkness, a call to our shared humanity. Aditya's final footage is a sacred trust, a plea for us to pay attention, to care, and to work relentlessly for peace. His story is a powerful testament to the fact that even in the midst of unimaginable destruction, the human spirit's desire to bear witness and seek truth can never be extinguished.